Hello again everyone, Gang is here of course, and today I've got an Object 140 replay, once again. Now we are on Northwest. Teams are fairly equal, although XVM does give us a slight advantage. Otherwise matchmaking is nothing special, a lot of tier 10s, couple of tier 9s, one archer on each side, and one scout on each side, which won't be too useful on this map probably. So yeah. Also, both teams have a lot of heavies. We have one E100, an IS-4, two IS-7s, and a T-57. They have an E100, two IS-7s, as well as two autoloaders which might support them, 57 and 50B, and an FE215B. Just talking about the tier 10s. So that tells me that, yeah, not a lot of mediums in the enemy team. We actually have quite a lot, having myself, the T-62A, two T-54s, and a Centurion 7-1. So we can go aggressively in the medium corner. Which I'm going to do. Now, you probably know, thanks to my Object 140 T62A comparison review video, that I prefer the 62A, but I'm still trying to play the 140 a bit more at the moment. First of all, to grind the crew a bit, because the 140 is a bit more used in Clan Wars, but also because I want to like the tank more. And I have kind of enjoyed some of the traits, like the upper plate, which is noticeably better than the T-54s. Not the T-54, sorry, than the T-62As. It really makes a difference when fighting low tier opponents. If you angle well and use a gun depression, the upper plate becomes reliable armor, which is never the case in 62A, where the upper plate is just pure butter, basically. Was a very lucky balance hero there. But the lack of turret armor compared to the 62A is still pain for me. Now, why did I decide to go to this area? As I said, we have a lot of mediums. They have less, and this area is very powerful for a couple of reasons. There's this corner here where you can kind of go hold down, although the enemy can do the same there, but that's not really the main point. There's a rock here you can go archer safe behind in case you think you're going to get focused by RT. There is a bush here which allows you to be unspotted while spotting all of this area. You can also shoot all of that area. You will get spotted when you shoot, but you can go up, aim, shoot, and go back just before they can shoot you back, because you only get spotted once you shoot and you're already driving backwards by that point. Now the enemy Batchat is also contesting this area, so I'd start falling back, but I notice I have a lot of allies with me and I think he notices the same thing, so I go back up immediately so that the Batchat doesn't have the high ground over us and get a very snappy snapshot into him there, which is always enjoyable. Another position here, by the way, is this rock, which allows you to go hold down pretty well too. Now I can't really shoot this guy, so I just decide to shoot the 50B's tracks. In general, if you don't have clear shots on an enemy, but you can shoot only the gun or the out track or something, and you have a fast reload, it's always a good thing to do, because it might bring the enemy to use his repair kit. Maybe he stays tracked for your allies, maybe he can't repair his gun anymore and he's going to spend the rest of the game with a damaged gun. Or even a destroyed gun for 20 seconds or something, followed by a damaged gun later on. I get a kind of unlucky bounce there on the 50B's turret. I'm really surprised about that, even when watching the replay right now. So yeah, I don't know how that happened, to be honest. There's an IS-7 who appears to be below us, shooting the WZ, and the 50B goes down, something I hadn't at all anticipated. So I just decide to go back. I know he's reloading probably because, you know, he's running, but he's going to reload soon, and I go back to keep this ridgeline between me and him, so he can't clip me as soon as he's loaded. The Centurion just YOLOs him, put a snapshot into the RE251 who was in the back, and there you can see, you know, a bounce from the RE251. With my angled upper plate, that was not very surprising. On T62A that could have been. Now the I-7 shot me not long ago, and I know he's got around an 11-second reload, so I thought I had a chance to put one more into him very snappy, like, you know, not aiming at all, and it worked out just fine. However, it did not penetrate. I'm trying to hit his lower plate here, but I don't have the gun depression. I'm really having gun depression struggles right now. And at this point I should have probably loaded heat, because I'm shooting at him from above, so his lower plate is actually pretty strong, and his upper plate I'm still not able to penetrate it, so that would have probably been the better choice. But yeah, I don't do it. Now I decide that he's getting dangerously close to the Centurion 7-1 and I want to keep him alive. So I'm just going to YOLO him out. I still have the HP, I have superior DPM. And maybe I'm able to circle him or get a bounce with my turret. It's really one of the weaknesses of the i7 that it just has so low HP, which makes it a lot more vulnerable to mediums pushing it than, for example, an i4 215B or even E100, because even if the E100 turns really slowly and stuff, the i7 doesn't turn very fast either. And I'm gonna pause it while I'm talking about that. And the E100 also has better side and frontal armor and is going to get more bounces of getting rushed. However, the reason I'm pausing it is basically around when I killed the i7 was one of those moments where I just pause the game. Like, of course, when I'm playing it, it's still running, but where it goes through my mind and just go, what's the situation right now? What's up? So, there's myself in the Centurion 7-1, who's however stock gun-wise, and nearly dead. Myself still being nearly full life in this area, as well as the SU-122-54, who's a decent player and full life. However, he's kind of being chased by a lot of enemies below us. This is really important. There's a T-62A who's in the enemy base. He just killed the RT. And why is that so important? It's because he went along the top there, and that means that there's no enemy left up there. And as there is no enemy left sniping from up there, it means that me and whoever else down here, we have complete free roam to use whatever terrain we wish to use without being scared of being shot from above. And that's really important. If there were still enemies up there, maybe we could still do a dash over here, but it would be risky, and probably the only way to get back to base would be staying up there. So that really changes a lot. Now there's this T-57 over there, who seems to be chasing the SU-122-54. There's also an IS-4 on our team, still in base. He was actually pushing up here at the beginning, but then saw our mediums would just win, and went back pretty early. As well as T-57 who just died in a second. I said he's still down there, so yeah. It's basically 6-10 score-wise, and our T-62A is starting to cap. And T-57 is moving up over there. I had a shot at him for a short instant, but I was looking around and didn't notice it, which was kind of unfortunate. The SU-122-54 gets a shot into the T-57. However, in return, he takes out the Centurion 7-1 and puts two shots into him, which is rather meh. I expect him to come around this corner, so I'm pre-aiming there, seeing if there's anything I can do about it. I was streaming this battle, and I remember perfectly that around this moment when the 62A got decapped, while the T-57 plans 2 shots into me, firing heat like a boss, but emptying his clip. Yeah, I was saying, okay, we can't win this battle anymore, we're not going to cap, and they just have such a massive HP advantage if you look at it. We have around 5,000 HP left in our team, the enemies have around 12,000 HP left. However, the SU-122-54, with its awesome mobility and good DPM, managed to take out the T-57 really quickly, not allowing him to reload. So maybe it wasn't too bad that I to do 2 out of his 4 shots. Also, one of the shots penetrated my turret, right there. And yeah, that's one of those shots where I feel like even if it was he, I don't think it would have penetrated me if it wasn't a T-62A, because I hit the turret rather on the side. So yeah, I'm going in this position to do just what I'm doing right now, shooting any enemies who are going up on that road, maybe bringing them to turn around, maybe going up behind them to check out the situation overall. We still have the IS-4 who's still full life defending the base, and he's in a rather strong position as he's able to go hold down there, so I'm not too worried in the immediate future. Now I was thinking about going up behind the enemies here, but I decided I'm just too low life to actually take that risk. So I'm going to go up here, because if the enemies want to rush me, I hope I get some support by the IS-4, as well as the SU-122-54 still behind me. Now the 62A just died, so that makes this battle a 7 versus 12. Now 8 against 12. Well, not 8. I'm talking about the score, not about the tanks remaining alive. So yeah, I just go that T54. The IS-8 bounces me, which again shows the rather good upper hull armor of this tank, even if it's nowhere near the E50M or heavy tanks in general. You see me wiggling here? Basically what I do in this kind of situation, I keep wiggling in and out, trying to bait the enemy to take a shot which will probably miss, and then I just shoot them fully aimed, or I actually take snapshots. Like right here. Now I know he's going to be reloaded soon, and I start wiggling out and in again, trying to bait a shot from him, which just about worked, as I keep planting shots into his cupola. Although I'm getting some unlucky bounces. There again I bait the IS-8 into a bad shot, and now he's reloading, which allows me to, well, basically shoot him while he's on reload. Yeah, in this situation I must agree that these enemies were not really playing to their strengths. They should have either just fallen back or just pushed me, but not just stood in the open. But, as Jingles likes to say, don't interrupt the enemy when they're doing a mistake. Is that Jingles? I think it's Jingles. Anyway, I see this IS-8 and I'm thinking about rushing him maybe, but then I decide he just has too many HP left. I don't want to waste mine. We still have this full life IS-4, who's a very well armored tier 10 heavy, and he should be taking the shots for the moment, with me and the SU trying to pump out the damage from behind or from flanking positions. I keep my turret pointed backwards towards the IS-8, so that in case he pops out, there's a chance that he just hits my turret front and doesn't penetrate. The E75 appeared over there. I take a shot on the move, but I really want to get out of this position. However, I see him showing me my side, and I thought he would be a one-shot, but yeah, he remains on 1 HP. However, I just take him out after that. So now there's a 215B and a RE251 below us, as well as the IS-8 whom I think just shot me. And for sure I was scared of him shooting me, because in this position it's really easy for him to do so, as I'm just basically standing on a ridgeline or a railway. Go forwards here thinking I would have shots on him, but I don't, and I see the IS-8 pop out on my mini-map, so I just decide to change my aim for him. Going forward to take a shot, then go back. I did not get spotted right there, there was a tree in the way. However, now I get spotted up on shooting. Trying to go back, but I'm kind of blocked by the rock. However, he misses me and I take him out. I've now shot all of my APCR shells, which is actually 37 shots, so I am down to firing only heat. I see this E100 and I just decide to YOLO drop down. I rather eat a shot from a 215B than from an E100 to one-shots me if he hits me. Now I see the SU-1 to 254 on the other side of the 100, and as he is a good player, and we are both pretty mobile tanks, I decided that I should try and get some teamwork going between us by popping out on both sides of the 100 randomly, so that he can't really concentrate on any of us. I should have probably looked there if he was aiming at me, but yeah, now I just see he's aiming at me. No reason for me to go out. I can just stay safe, and let the SU-1 to 254 finish the job. There's only an AI-7 left now. I have honestly no idea how he won this game. I mean, okay, the enemies YOLO'd in a bit stupidly, but and apparently it's MM's fault. It's still, I don't know, they still had such a massive advantage in tank numbers and HP remaining that they shouldn't have won. We shouldn't have won this, to be honest, but somehow we did. Still one shot. I don't really feel like dying. I try to turret hug him, but it doesn't work. However, I'm confident my allies are gonna finish the job, and we're just gonna watch it real quick. And yeah, I really want to say good job to that IS-4 and SU-1 to 254. I wouldn't have carried this on my own. It was really a 3-man carry. Although the IS-4 did not do a lot in the beginning of the game, he pulled his weight at the end of it. Let's have a look at the post-game stats for that rather decent battle. I only got a first class medal for that, but then again it wasn't my best game ever. I just hope it showed a bit how I react to certain situations, how you always have to try and keep flanking, keep outplaying the enemies, while I got the high caliber and the Confederate, which just shows you how many different enemies I actually shot in the course of this game. So that's kind of hilarious. Free sorted by XP. The SU-1 to 254 actually got the most XP, doing 5,300 damage and getting 3 kills in the process. I did 6,600 damage myself, getting 4 kills and spotting a little bit. And something I want to point out is just that I traveled 4.3 kilometers, which really is a rather huge amount, especially as a 140 is not the fastest tank in the game. And yeah, it's just always about trying to relocate if you have the opportunity to. Of course, that's only the case in this kind of battles where the battle becomes close in the end, and you know, as I say always, the map splits up, there's no direct control, and it becomes a bit more free play. While the IS-4 did 3,500 damage, but basically helped defending the base a lot. And also, yeah, the enemy T-57, if I'm not wrong, did nearly 6,000 damage. So a good job to him and bad luck around that. I actually made a 20,000k profit in that game, although I was forced to shoot heat at the end. And yeah, you can see that I got kind of unlucky with my penetrations in this game, but I guess it happens. Also, yeah, just like wanted to point out, I got 4 non-penetrations, and while on the 62A, so they're commonly on the turret, on the 140, they are just as commonly on the hull, but allowing me to bounce 1,500 damage in this game. But yeah, as I said a couple of times, the turret armor is just not as reliable. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry if I sound a bit tired, I simply am. And yeah, you know, like, comment, subscribe, follow, and share me with your friends. Or just other random World of Tanks players, or maybe even your clan. See you next time. Bye bye, gang.